Hey, what's the word, people? It's Monday now, the 3rd of October. How are y'all doing? Really, I just thought what I would come on and just share what's my thought for the day. Um, if you follow me or you're a friend of mine on Facebook, you see where at times I will just use that as a platform to share stuff that I need to hear, and I know that other folks need to hear it too because hardly people talk like this. So what I shared this morning, actually I shared it last night. I wrote, I use wise mind to keep from harming myself or anyone else. Now, I know I've shared the book, The Four Agreements, and the whole concept of the Four Agreements. Some of you have shared that you have picked up on it and it's been helpful. It really has helped me. Well, this whole idea of the whole wise mind concept, which is not new, is very useful. And the idea is you try to intersect your thoughts in the place where intellect and emotion cross. You know, you don't want to be a total Spock, and you don't want to be a complete emotional mess. It's the meshing of the two where the wisdom can come in. And so I was also sharing about not letting people. How did I write it? This is what's on my mind this morning. I might show a record. I might. The other one, because Tim Guthrie, the friend of mine who's an art professor and did some of my artwork, responded to, let me get it, because I think it's good. Something we all struggle with. Okay, so I wrote, some people try to disrupt your peace. They have no power over you, which directly relates to me repeatedly saying I'm not having anyone trying to smear my character. You know, no one. And here, let me just share what we said to each other. So I said what I said. Some people try to disrupt your peace. They have no power over you. Then Tim says, unless you let them, and that is the tricky part for most of us. And then I respond, it's simple, don't let them. You have the deciding vote. Then Tim says, I know you don't mean to be haughty about it, but having watched your videos where you are upset with people commenting on your YouTube channel, clearly you understand what I'm saying. Yes, I do. I said my words are direct, not haughty. It's how to be strong. I share my journey with trolls for many reasons. It takes work to rise above taking what others say personally, but it's worth it, and it's work that I'm doing, and I encourage others to do it. It is really work, and Tim agreed, and he said, yeah, that's why I pointed out it indeed is work, and it's not always simple. And I said, yeah, I'm here to give a push. It is needed. And so I thought I'd share it here because it's important everywhere, to stand up to stupidity, ignorance, selfish behavior, racist behavior, sexist behavior, classist behavior. It's important to stand up to that. People who know better, it's important for us to stand up to that because the world is just sinking, in a maelstrom of shit right now. It really is. And we're not getting wise mind from our leaders, especially politicians. There is nothing wise about those guys, okay? So yesterday, I pulled a couple records. I was talking about the ABC label because of that graffiti record. So I remember this album, the Candymen. The Candymen bring you candy power, and this is one of those. It's on the ABC. And this is indeed where they were trying to cash in on flower power and such. And this is not psychedelic at all. And I keep it because it's a period piece, but this album is, I don't care for this album very much. There's only a couple songs on here that I like. They play, this is back when young white bands were still struggling to play the blues, and they played it badly. And so they play too much blues on here very badly. And interestingly, the members of this band are, several of them went on to start the band, the Atlanta Rhythm Section. You guys know that band? Several of these guys went on to start that band. And the origin of this band was, they were the backing band for Roy Orbison. And that's one of the songs in here that stands out. It sounds like a Roy Orbison song. I think it's Sentimental Lady. But, so I pulled this to listen. And even now, if I run across albums from this time period that I don't have, and they're reasonable, you know, nowadays reasonable is less than $20. It used to be $1. I'll still get these for my collection, just to have it. To have it. It's fun. Here's something that someone sent to me years ago. I don't know who sent this. I think it's from Spain. Canarios, Ciclos. Progressive rock. Ambitious concept album. It's got a big fat book. Huge book. It's all in Spanish, so I don't know what they're saying. This is good, and yet at the same time, some of the themes on here, and it's kind of like, some of the themes sound like, I don't know how else to put it. It sounds like they're pretending. It's like the person who wrote this doesn't really completely understand what they're writing. That's just my impression of some of the themes. It's kind of like, oh, this would have really been beautiful if you had gone this direction with the melody instead of doing this or repeating the same line over and over again. It's good though. It is good. Did I show this the other day? I don't know if I did. Yeah, I did. So that's what I want to share. And I want to keep it up because, you know, we really are in a... Well, the world is always in decline as well as growth, but we're really in a serious period of decline, more so than growth, worldwide. But I especially feel it psychically here in my country, where I live. So I'll continue to share little thoughts and encouragements to people to get out of your head and live in the world, you know, get in the moment. I know a lot of folks with PTSD, and they spend way too much time in their heads thinking about things that the only reason why these thoughts are hurting them is because they're looking at them. But there's nothing compelling them to hold on to these hurts. But this is the human nature, and unless we learn that we don't have to do it and that we can struggle and find ways to stop doing it, we'll just keep hurting ourselves. So I just want to encourage health, healing, and a positive mindset. That's where I'm at today. Really try to be there every day. Talk to me, people. Take care. Hey, family. Of course, I'm thinking about you always, folks. Much love to everyone.